It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And for Cleveland, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Tonight, two teams that crash the glass. Kenny, when you think of the great rebounders in this league, what are some of their key attributes?
Oh, they get that position, and then they hold it. They maintain it. That's the key.
Maintaining the position.
Yes, because you can get pushed under. If you come down with the rebound yourself, you can't do it, let's say, just tip it out. Great rebounders do that too. They'll just tip it out to the guards, and then we can start the fast break.
What's the key to good rebounding?
You got to assume every shot is going to be missed. And, Ernie, nothing replaces great hustle.
That's true. That is so true.
I could box you out.
I know you
I would
could.
keep you off the glass.
Oh, no question.
Yeah. Kevin Harlan standing by.
You and your 6 rings.
There you go again.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far, they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, every time it looks like they're ready to make a step forward, something goes wrong.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment. Guys?
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right, yeah.
Give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, the greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assemble. And so, one, you have to respect the game. You have to respect the monotony. You have to respect the work. You have to respect the travel. And you have to be thankful, by the way. And when you put all that together, you go into your job and you do the best. Focus on getting better every day. And there's a good chance that you will.
And making sure that you give the fans what they're paying for.
Hey, that's what it's all about. If you don't entertain the fans, hey, something's wrong with you. If you can't have fun with 20,000 screaming fans and the kids with their popcorns and all the stuff going on, if you don't remember what it's about, Kev, you kind of lost your mojo already.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Horford. Simmons is out there with Richardson. Then there's Harris. And it's Embiid in at the 5. Clarkson against Richardson. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Pass to Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle.
Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
And the first one at the line is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got...
And Chris, Simmons, a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball positions.
Now, he's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
From the arc. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5 now.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Thompson. Richardson against Clarkson. Nance outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always played bigger.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And here's Thompson after Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Love the pass to Thompson. There's shake and bake, guarded by Embiid. Here's shake and bake. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Here is Love. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Passes it to Shake and Bake. Back to Love. And Thompson kicks to Nance. Here's Clarkson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. 7 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Simmons, the bounce pass to the inside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Love. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
Here's Shake and Bake. Trailing by 4. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot. And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And with Brown, he has the trust of the players because they have gone through the same trying times.
And let's not undervalue what stability has meant for this group. Having a coach like Coach Brown, who has been through the ups and downs with the Sixers, it makes players play that much harder for him.
But she wanna rise now. I love it when you call me Papa. My name's Chang, I do what I want to. Eyes on money, but I'm focused on you. Body full of tattoos, I make her kiss the ink. Little broker knows if my don't stink.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Larry Nance. J.R. Smith's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Shake and Bake. Philadelphia also making some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Richardson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's Harris from the arc. And Henson pulls it down. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 7. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. McConnell kicks to Korkmaz. To the middle, knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And of course the Cavaliers, 4.5 games behind.
And right now for the 76ers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Yeah, Greg, already the focus has started to turn to the postseason and what they need to do to make a run at the championship.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. Gotta get him a few big pats on the back.
Here's Harris. The Cavaliers making the shot. Porter with a block. Over Harris, rejected by Harris.
And Harris just using that long reach of his so well on defense. Shooters have to be more careful or he'll rise up and swat your shot away.
And stolen by Sexton. Smith up top. Goes up to the stripe, and that's good for 2. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. McConnell with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Monroe kicks to Harris. The pass to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Sexton. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. 76ers on top. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Greg Monroe, regarded as one of the better big men in the NBA, but in recent seasons, his minutes have been going down. We talked about maintaining his focus.
I'm a player. As long as I'm on the court, whenever I'm on the court, it's just about being productive. It's about continuing on the right path, having the right mindset, the right focus, and just coming in every day and putting in the work and trying to do whatever you can to win games.
Professional mindset. Monroe is seasoned veteran, ready to go when his name is called.
It's challenging to accept a different or lesser role, but Monroe is approaching it like a true pro.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland, Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. Thompson is out there with John Henson, and it's Porter at the 3 spot. Now, here is Smith. He's covered by McConnell. Thompson dishes to Sexton. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Chris, you and I love guys with a great handle, and they can finish with either hand. And I know you've got a couple guys who you think do it better than most.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, right,
He's
exactly.
one of the best finishers that I've seen. Oh, my goodness, the way he can finger roll you with his left hand and throw it up so high the rain will come down with it and finishing off of both legs. You have to look at a guy like Harden as well, the way he finishes. How about LeBron James? As strong as he is, it seems like he just kind of gives you a shoulder with either shoulder, bumps and waits, and then lays it up nice too. I mean, you have so many players. Curry, he's another guy that does it so well. I can keep going on and on, but those guys, don't forget about Mike Conley. He's ambidextrous. He might just shoot a jump shot with either hand. So you got to be careful when guarding these guys. Great finishers now.
Good names you've mentioned.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Porter. Clarkson, he's checked in for Smith. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Sexton. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Monroe. Simmons comes in for Korkmaz. And Josh Richardson subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
Nance against Simmons. Henson, second chance effort, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
2 shots.
That's good from Henson. And Chris, you spent time here with the 76ers in your career and led them to a postseason run. How much does the city bond when that happens?
Well, I tell you what, I love my time in Philly. I mean, I was injured late in my career, and I got so much love. If you play hard, they'll give you love. If you play hard, they'll respect you. I mean, seeing that here with both the 76ers and their football team, how they go all out, how they give you that love, and their baseball team. I mean, they were third in attendance, and fans don't get enough credit for their love of the team. Yeah, they could be cruel at times, but when you win, they love you, and they go all out.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. And Henson sends it back.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Cleveland's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Shake and Bake. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And here are the 76ers now, following the score by Cleveland. Simmons on the wing, covered by Nance. Offensive rebound, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
First one falls for him. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business, whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple-double and 40 there. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple-double and beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for, the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Knocked away. And Henson kicks to Nance. 17-foot shot on the way. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Bikes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for that Raptors game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And that one falls for Bikes. And the 76ers with some changes. Horford comes in for Ennis, and Tobias Harris subbed in for Richardson. And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Clarkson finds Love. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his second for the game.
You better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
Let's check out some stats for Horford. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 7th in field goal percentage, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Here's Bikes. 5 points in the game. Simmons inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
You know, you watch Ben Simmons play, and it isn't a surprise, Chris, that he's a threat to go off for a triple-double every time he suits up.
Well, Simmons is going to have a lot of triple-doubles in his career. Great size and a knack for the ball when it comes to rebounding.
Now here is Harris. He had 22 points in the win against Indiana. Simmons passes to Bikes. He kicks to Embiid. Pass to Simmons. With the fadeaway. And Henson pulls it down.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Here is Nance. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Now here's Love. And it's blocked by Simmons.
The reach of Simmons, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Henson. Porter comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Shake and Bake. Then for the 76ers, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Dwight Bikes. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. And Nance kicks to Porter. And stolen by McConnell.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute.
And there it is for him.
And it's not difficult to see the potential that Harris has. He's a guy that can do just about everything out there on the floor.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by McConnell. Smith scanning the floor. Down low, Nance. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Nance. Here's McConnell. 9 points last game. Kicks it to Harris. With 1 on the clock. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. They got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Okay, we'll see if you can get that done. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Right out of the gates, it was Philadelphia setting the tone. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. They did not slow down much, as by the end of the quarter, they were still up 11. It was a battle during the second quarter, both teams scoring equally, and at the half, they still hold a 3-point lead. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. And so in the game for the 76ers, Tobias Harris is out there with Horford. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Richardson. And it's Simmons in at the 1 spot.
2 shots, gentlemen. That's his first personal foul. 2.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And he gets it to go. Simmons got 8 points.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do on defense. Simmons is very good at converting inside.
Here's shake and bake. Guarded by Simmons. Here's shake and bake. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Simmons inside. Embiid's shot is good. Now it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, it's all but over.
Back to Clarkson. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Throughout his career, Jordan Clarkson has always been able to score.
You're right, Kevin. And throughout his career, he's always been a guy that can hurt you from outside, mid-range, and in the paint as well. He's a natural scorer when he has the ball in his hands. I mean, he's very adept at navigating traffic and can twist and turn his body to protect the ball. And he gets a shot up inside anytime he wants.
For Philadelphia, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Second free throw, no good. Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
Shot, mind the lanes.
That free throw good from Nance. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Richardson finds Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 11 points.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
Here's shake and bake. Guarded by Simmons. And it's Love, top of the key. Nance, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's shake and bake. The shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. To the middle, here's Thompson. Good D by Embiid.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Harris kicks to Richardson. Here's Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. Simmons passes to Embiid. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's shake and bake. Guarded by Simmons. Here's shake and bake, and he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Good.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Larry Nance. Smith checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Shake and Bake. Then for the 76ers, Monroe's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Richardson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Tobias Harris. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And Henson kicks to Sexton. 5 on the clock.
And the length of Embiid really bothers shooters. I love how he uses it on the defensive end.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
That's tipped. Now Smith. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Porter. McConnell kicks to Simmons. Over Sexton. No good from Simmons. Cleveland's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Porter against Simmons. And Porter, here we go. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. And as he's checked in for Ben Simmons.
James Ennis.
1:19 left to play here in the third. A second chance effort. And Henson sends it back. Smith outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Cavaliers.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Free throw drop for Smith.
Now, we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
J.R. Smith hits them both. 76ers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's McConnell. Goes back up. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 6. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, and he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
That one is off.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
He hits the second from the line.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
Now here's Ennis. To the inside, Monroe. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ball's knocked loose. To the inside. And Smith with the stuff.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
McConnell finds Embiid. Shoots over Henson. And that one released in time, but no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers ahead. They're up by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. John Henson out there with Thompson. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Smith wide open. He fires. Kept alive. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. And right on target. Good. Philadelphia leading by 3. Now, here's McConnell. There's the dish to Bikes. The feed to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Getting off the ground fast. Embiid is an absolute animal when it comes to hammering it home.
Now, here is Smith. He's covered closely. Here's Sexton, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
And the 76ers call time here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
big group substitution here for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Porter. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Sexton. Philadelphia also making some changes. Al Horford is checked in for Monroe. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Dwight Bikes. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Shake and Bake. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lay-in, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Here's McConnell. The Cavaliers making the shot. High, arcing shot, and the rejection by Love. Oh, Nance in position. That one misses.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Harris against Nance. And here is Harris. Lets it go. 3. Rebounded by Clarkson.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pulls it from the elbow. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right block shot. Richardson, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Shake and Bake. And Embiid with the block. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Richardson kicks to McConnell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Love.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Thompson, he's checked in for John Henson. Both shots good from the stripe. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight, always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Love outside. Passes it to Shake and Bake. Love against Horford. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the 3 ball is good. And 11 points for Shake and Bake.
Wonderful vision. I mean, Love could have taken it himself, but has the eyes and the desire to make plays for others.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. .146 left in the 4th quarter. Thompson against Embiid. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Embiid.
Becoming more and more of a leader. Simmons has no fear in taking shots on big possessions.
Love against Horford. Love dishes to Thompson. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Clock at 4. That one wide left.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Harris's shot is good.
Just incredible patience by Harris, rising to the occasion in a big way with the key basket there.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, we know some crazy stuff happens out there, but everything would have to go their way for them to finish this off.
.56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Love against Horford. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
Love has a ton of confidence. He's terrific at stepping up when his team needs a big-time basket from him.
It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Simmons, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Remarkable, the poise of the young guard Simmons. He knows it's his responsibility to come through in tight spots.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
Cause you gon' be using your all-star. I'm always breaking the ankles. That's why I'm usually an all-star. You never catching me off guard. Why you think I made this sauce on? I'm already cooking them. Soon as I look at them, I go to putting this sauce on. You better take a relation. I like to shake them and break them. Straight to the hole, I'ma take them. Already know I'm gonna make them. Because I'm an ankle boy. You need your ankle brace. Run from the ankle boy. Cause I'm like an ankle breaker. You know I'm the ankle boiler.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
Simmons with it. So Philadelphia wins it, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys have been playing good of late. You played well again tonight. Where do you think you are right now?
Well, we're in a good position now. You know, we won our last couple games, and hopefully we can keep carrying this momentum for the second half of the season.
One of the better teams in the league, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.